One is Igbo language, but they speak in their own dialect. So you don't say, I'm not Igbo. Huh?
Delta Igbo.
Okay, Delta Igbo.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of Delta Igbo?
Delta for inside, Igbo for inside Delta, or Delta for inside Igbo.
But a man, so you don't have the better knowledge you can pass to your children. What is the meaning of head in your language?
Ishi.
What is the meaning of leg in your language?
Uku.
What is the meaning of heart in your language?
Obi.
The video I'm about to show you is a very interesting video. It's a video of confusion. It's a video of lost identity. This is a conversation that ensured between evangelist Ebuka Obi and a man from Delta State. This man speaks, according to him, Ukwani language. And the similarity between Ukwani language and the Igbo language is the same. But because of lost identity, he could not identify as an Igbo man. This man represents thousands of other persons out there whose identity were stolen by the federal government because they want to politically weaken the southeast state. This man represents the lost identity that we are talking about in Nigeria. When you go to the north central, you will see people whose identity were stolen. When you go to the south side, you will see people whose identity were stolen. These are people who are of the Igbo race. But because of the federal government partitioning of the Igbo land, these people's identities were stolen. Today, some of them are denying that they are not Igbo. Come to Rivers State. The majority tribe in Rivers State is Igbo. But the Rivers State person will never tell you that he is from Igbo. Well, I'm going to allow you to listen to the conversation. And then I'll be back at the end of the video because we have a lot to talk about. So please, stay with me.
What do you speak? You don't really understand.
I want it to,
Wait, you say you don't understand which language?
Igbo, like that.
You don't understand Igbo. So which one do you understand?
I understand English and Ukwani language.
Ukwani. Ukwani is Delta Igbo. Huh?
That's similar to Igbo language.
Similar. Maya. What is Ukwani? Ukwani is a dialect, not a language. Ukwani is a dialect. There is difference between dialect and language. Nsukka dialect. When Nsukka woman was speaking Nsukka on the altar on Sunday, I could not understand. Ukwani is Igbo language, but they speak in their own dialect. So you don't say, I'm not Igbo. Huh?
Delta Igbo.
Okay, Delta Igbo.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of Delta Igbo?
Delta for inside, Igbo for inside Delta, or Delta for inside Igbo.
You're a man, so you don't have the better knowledge you can pass to your children. Delta State is a mixed state. There is worry in Delta. Do your language and them have any similarity?
My language and...
Ichekri is in Delta, right?
Yes, sir.
Ichekri language, did they have any similarity with your language?
Ichekri, no.
Wari language, do they have any similarity with your Wetekpane?
No, sir.
Why does Ukwan have similarity with Igbo? Because Igbo speak in different tongue. Mbise people speak in their tongue. Anambra speak in their tongue. But we have what they call Igbo Izube. You people are just denying your race. But it's not your fault. It's the fault of your ancestors. That is what the Civil War caused. After the Civil War, everybody tried to deny being Igbo so that the person can be favored by the federal government. What is the meaning of hand in your language?
Aka.
What is the meaning of head in your language?
Ishi.
What is the meaning of leg in your language?
Uku.
What is the meaning of heart in your language?
Obi.
You are an adult. You're supposed to tell your children. Why are they putting Igbo in your own data? Why are they not putting Igbo in Wari? Delta is made up of Ichekri, Irobo. Why are they not putting Igbo in their own? All of you are one state. Delta, Irobo, Ichekri, but your language is Igbo. Why? You people should stop denying your race. Go and check about Civil War. What happened during the time? All those Delta North have 9 local governments. They are all Igbo. All their king is Obi. What is the name of your king? Obi something. All the whole king in Delta North is Obi of this. Obi of Nicha Igbo. Obi of Iseluku. Obi is not a Yoruba name. Obi is not a Hausa name. Obi is not a Chekri name. Obi is Igbo name. My own name, Obi.
Obi of Agbo, Obi of Kwale or Amai or whatever.
You see, so that is it. Do you know that the same Onitsha people, that is Onitsha Igbo that fell in Delta, and there is Onitsha Ado that fell in Southeast. This is just a boundary. You will see somebody from Asaba. He said Luku. He said Asaba. Even their community name is Igbo. He said Luku. He said Asaba. Ogwashuku. Anam. If you ask them, Ubulu Uku. If you ask them, are you Igbo? They will tell you, oh, we are not Igbo. It is, we are from Bini. They will always say they are from Bini. They forgot that Bini is ancient empire. So many people identify, like Russia Empire. Ukraine was there. Bini is an empire. Why are you answering Ebuka? What is your Igbo name?
Chukwuka.
Chukwuka. Have you seen any Bini that answer Chukwuka? Anybody from Bini?
No, sir.
If you are from Bini, why are you not answering Ochomole? Why are you not answering Obaseke? These are Bini name. You people should stop deceiving yourself. Embrace your identity and be happy.
I'm very happy about it. I used to tell people I'm from Delta Igbo.
You know, the way you are from Delta Igbo, I'm from Imo State Igbo. Nothing like I'm from. Tell them I am Igbo. It is when they begin to ask you and I say, okay, I am Igbo Delta. We are Igbos in Delta State. Period. Are you corrected now?
I agree never to disagree.
That was an interesting conversation and it exposes a lot of things. For the record, the guy is from Delta State, Delta North precisely. The Delta North of Delta State comprises majorly of the Igbos. And if you have been following the conversation recently, you will notice or have heard of have read about the bill sponsored by Ned Nwoko for the creation of Anyoma State. If that bill sees the light of the day, if that bill is passed through and voted in on the floor of the Senate, and Anyoma State is created, it will take the entire Delta North. Now, if Anyoma State is created, it will be added to the Southeast states, which has 5 states currently. That will make the Southeast state 6. So typically, the guy is an Igbo guy. But why did he find it very difficult to identify as an Igbo person? He's saying that he's from Igbo Delta. There is absolutely nothing like Igbo Delta or Delta Igbo. Absolutely nothing. The same way you are all calling South-South. Oh, historically, there is nothing like South-South. What we have is the Eastern region. But the big question is, what is an Igbo man doing in Delta State? Why is the Igbo man not in the 5 states in the Southeast according to the federal government? The federal government says that there is 5 states in the Southeast. You claim there are only 5 states in the Southeast, but when you go to Delta State, you will see Igbos. When you go to Edo, you will see Igbos. When you go to Rivers State, you will see Igbo community. As a matter of fact, in Rivers State, the majority tribe in Rivers State is made up of Igbo communities. When you go to Kogi State, you will see Igbo communities. When you go to Benue State, there are Igbo communities in Benue State. The Igbo communities, they are scattered all over the country. But then the federal government is saying there are just 5 states in the Southeast. And that 5 states makes the Southeast the smallest region in the whole of Nigeria. This was not so in the beginning. Many of you are hearing of colonialism. How did colonialism come into Africa? Colonialism started with the partitioning of Africa. There was a conference in Berlin and Africa was partitioned. Different African countries were handed over to European and Western countries to colonize. That was how Nigeria was handed over to UK to colonize. They came into Nigeria and they joined the northern and the southern protectorate together. The reason for the amalgamation was not because they wanted the people to be together. The reason for that amalgamation was for ease of doing business, administrative convenience. The people living in Nigeria were not consulted. The same way they did not consult Africa before Africa was partitioned. That was the same way they did not consult Nigerians before they amalgamated the northern and the southern protectorate together. And the people started living as one. The reason why this was done was for their ease of convenience, their ease of doing business, administrative convenience. Nigeria was just like a business entity to the British Empire. Then Nigeria secured independence from Britain and the country was divided into regions. And there you have Michael Okpara as the premier of the Eastern region. The whole problem, the whole confusion that you just watched, the young man whose identity was stolen and he could not identify as an Igbo, started when the war broke out. In the midst of the war, the military head of state then, Yakubu Gowon, created out more state. The reason for the creation of more state was to politically disadvantage the Biafran state. Yakubu Gowon wanted to bring Biafrans to their knees. Yakubu Gowon wanted to subdue Biafra. That was the reason why he created out more states. Why this state was being created by the military head of state of Yakubu Gowon, so many Igbo communities belonging to the then Biafra was partitioned, was stolen and added to the south region. That is why you have so many communities in Delta, in Bayelsa, in Edo State, in Rivers State. In Rivers State, for instance, Igbos made up majority of the ethnic group in Rivers State. But then, these states belong to the South State. And South State is 6 in number. And the Southeast State is 5 in number. You all see how Nigeria has been unfair to the Igbos. You all see how Nigeria partitioned the Igbo. And today you have people like that young man whose identity has been stolen. And because the history was rewritten to suit their agenda, these people keep denying that they are Igbos. Come to Rivers State, for instance. The Ikweres, they speak Igbo. They are culturally affiliated to the Igbos, linguistically affiliated to the Igbos, geographically close to the Igbos. But they will tell you they are from Benin. But they have absolutely no similarities with the Benin Empire. When you want to discuss the major problem in this country that is making this country not to develop, you have to look at the problem of partitioning the Biafran state, the Southeast state. How many Igbo communities were partitioned and stolen and given to the South state? This particular reason is the main reason why Nigeria is not progressing. Because there is no how you will progress when you are not fair to other tribes in this country. If Nigeria must move forward, if Nigeria must remain one, then they need to correct the injustice that was done to the Igbos. All the communities that were stolen from the Igbos should be given back to them. And they need to start this by looking at the creation of an Yoruba state. That is the reason why the creation of an Yoruba state is coming at the very right time. Of course, you will agree with me that there are other bills on the floor of the National Assembly that look to create other states in the Southeast state. For instance, the Adada state, the Etiti state, the Olu state. But looking at it holistically, if you need to correct the injustice that was done to the Igbos, if you need to balance the geographical location of the Igbos, if you need to give these people back their identity, just like this particular young man that you just watched, then you will have to agree with me that the creation of an Yoruba state offer a more balanced opportunity to the Southeast than Etiti, Adada, or Olu states. Even Great Britain and Germany, they've paid reparation to countries that they colonized. As a matter of fact, Africa is even asking for their own reparation. Nigeria committed crime against humanity on the Igbos, killing millions of unarmed civilians, including children. Igbos are not asking for reparation. All Igbos are asking for is number 1, referendum. Igbos should be able to decide by referendum or plebiscite if they want to stay in Nigeria, if they want to remain in Nigeria. If they must remain in Nigeria, then the injustice that was committed against them should be corrected. And one of such injustice is all the communities that were stolen from the Biafran state, from the Igbo state, should be given back to the Igbos. And that is why the creation of an Igboma state is very important. This creation of an Igboma state has been there for ages. It starts from the days of Dennis Osadebe, Nnamdi Azikiwe. Nigeria should not look this with a kid glove. They should ensure that the creation of an Igboma state is done properly. And from there, the Igbo should also proceed in reclaiming other communities that were stolen from them. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.